Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. So let's be honest, tempers are a bit frayed right now. People are a bit miffed and annoyed, and this could be easily the time for things to spiral out of control. What I would like to do in today's video is say, let's pull this back, let's try and develop some positivity, let's reach out to Blizzard and extend the olive branch and say, Blizzard, please start communicating with your customer base. First of all, people, I'd like to apologise for this mess right here. My allergies have been playing up for the last week or two now, and they have gradually been swelling up a wee bit, and then last night went to bed, this morning woke up, looks like I've been smacked around the face by Mike Tyson. Or Ronda Rousey. It's about time I started using some more contemporary examples. I think in yesterday's video, I used Marilyn Monroe to prove a point. I'm so down with the kids. So with that said, let's get into today's vid. Yesterday was a really positive day for the WoW community. Method got the world's first Gahoon mythic kill. Massive congratulations to Sko and crew there for doing that. And there was roughly around 305 people alone in the Method streams watching this, which is a phenomenal number. Absolutely sensational number. Not only that, just a great spotlight on the game. Hundreds of thousands of people all focus on the World of Warcraft. That is amazing. Then Blizzard went and did boo-boo. They made a mistake, and they released their Dreadwind, their pirate ship themed offer to the community. Now, they claimed it was Pirates Day, and that's why this was made in advance, but there have been a couple of new pieces of information which have come to light, which I think need to be discussed, and then we need to go into the main brunt of the video, which is the communication aspect. First of all, there was a CM on the forums. I'm going to call them Salty CM because they totally got baited into a forum post of somebody criticising this. And they said that this offer had been planned and developed for 8 to 9 months. Well, if that takes 8 to 9 months of development, then lordy, you probably need better people. The second one was the 180-day portion of the offer was data mined back in June. Now, some people are saying, well, this vindicates Blizzard. You know, this was always going to happen, yada, yada, yada. No, it doesn't change anything, people. And the reason why it doesn't change anything is because you can always have a contingency plan. You can always have a contingency plan. Just because you have something doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to be used immediately. There are mounts that are on the World of Warcraft files for years before they are eventually used. You can always plan something, have something in ready. Palpatine's Order 66. He had it, he just had to wait to the right moment to execute it. Was this the right moment to execute this offer? I would say not. But as it was Pirates Day, it's a pirate ship, it's a parrot with a pirate's cap. Sure, okay, I get that, but in the same breath, it's not a single day offer. It's not a Pirates Day offer. The offer starts on Pirates Day and finishes on the 21st of October. So Pirates Day technically has nothing to do with this offer. On top of that, there is a big nautical theme in Battle for Azeroth as an expansion. And in Tiragard Sound in itself, there is a very big pirate presence there. So all this is doing is taking a facet of the expansion and turning it into something. So this offer could have dropped in October, November, December, January, February, March, and it wouldn't have ever felt out of place. It wouldn't live and die by having to be released on Pirates Day. So what we can say is, at the very best, this just shows a complete lack of awareness by Blizzard. A complete and utter lack of awareness. And at worst, obviously things which were discussed in yesterday's video. And other people have said, but as you don't understand marketing. This is great marketing. Full disclosure, before I went into YouTube, I was in sales and marketing for over 12 years. I've got a pretty damn good idea about marketing. And marketing works really well when the person that's being targeted for the offer feels like they're getting a deal. And marketing backfires quite dramatically when the person who's being targeted feels as if they're being exploited. A very brief example of this is if you have a card which gives you a 10% discount at your local supermarket and you get an email that says, hey, if you use your card in the supermarket from Monday to Friday of this week, you'll get 15% off instead of 10. And so the person who might not have been thinking about going to the supermarket this week, they were going to go the week after or the week after that, are going to be like, wow, I'm going to go because I get an extra 5% discount. And boom, the marketing has worked. They have actually drawn somebody else into the shop and they have spent money that they wouldn't normally have spent. If, however, they first received an email saying, hi there, customer, everything in the shop has gone up by 10%, and then received an email saying, hey, if you use your card between Monday and Friday of this week, you get a 5% discount. Then the customer feels as if they're being exploited. Yeah, I get a 5% discount, but you up the price by 10%. I'm being That is an example of how marketing can thrive and how marketing can feel as if it's exploitative. This offer felt as if it was exploitative, regardless of whether everything just serendipitously came together, regardless of whether Blizzard always planned to release it on Pirates Day, regardless of the fact that Method defeated Kahoot Mythic an hour or so before they actually dropped the offer. All these serendipitous events may or may not have fallen into place, but the simple fact of the matter is everything would have worked out fantastically for them apart from one major factor. The community is not happy right now. So this is where we need now to get to the meat and potatoes of the video. It's easy now for things to go into a massive downward spiral. I think we're starting to see from the development team, from the Blizzard side, Warlords of Draenor levels of communication. I mentioned the salty CM earlier. A CM who got completely baited by somebody who was not happy with the offer that was being put out. The way that they spoke to that person was really patronizing, condescending, and you don't do that. That is not how you talk to your customers. Even if you're in total disagreement with what they've said, you are a representative of that company and you need to communicate that to that person like a customer. Not like a fan, like a customer. They're paying you money. They're paying you money to play your game. They're a customer. We use the word fan to separate that. Because if we use the word customer, it feels so cold. It feels so detached. And it really kind of highlights exactly what this is. A business transaction. Whereas if we call ourselves fans, we feel as if it's a much more friendly and family-centric relationship with the company. And that's what we want. We want to have that bond with the company. We want to feel as if we are part of a family. I was going to say familia. I was going to go all Spanish then. A family, a community. And so that's why that's why we like to use the word fan, because it makes everything feel a lot more cuddly and warm. And that's what we want. But unless Blizzard start to talk to us, unless Blizzard really start to engage with their community, then the downward spiral will likely continue. As mentioned, the deal at best is complete and utter lack of awareness by Blizzard. At best. Somebody should have identified this and said, look, okay, this deal is ready for Pirates Day. We haven't had a particularly good reception to the AMA. People feel as if we dodged the issues, because we dodged the issues. And then the content drop from the dev live stream, mixed reaction. There needed to be that person at Blizzard saying, yeah, this is ready for Pirates Day and everything, but because of the MA, because of the dev live stream, maybe we should just pull this back a bit. Because it is looking like it's going to be an exploitative measure. People aren't happy, and we're asking them to commit 6 months of game time in the next 30 days. And, you know, I think there needed to be that reasoned voice. Maybe there was. You know, maybe there was. Maybe somebody did say that and they were overruled. We hear you, but we're going ahead. Maybe that happened. Maybe it didn't. But Blizzard's problem throughout the years has been communication. And Warlords of Draenor is the perfect example of what Blizzard have to look at to see what happens when, number one, you stop communicating with your customer base, and number two, when you do start communicating, you act like a petulant child. Like the salty CM in the forums. Never should have spoken to the person like that. Never should have spoken to the person like that. If they wanted to address them, then they should have just said, very matter of fact, we're sorry that you feel this way. This offer has been planned for multiple months now to arrive at Pirates Day. You know, I am sorry that you feel as if there is an ulterior motive here. I assure you there isn't. You know, they should have tried to diffuse the situation, not throw kindle upon the fire, which they did. And that clearly defines a communication issue within the company, and clearly defines a communication issue between the dev team, the CM team, and its customer base. If you want your product to be successful, if you want your community to be happy, you have to address the hard issues. The more you avoid the hard issues, the more you avoid talking about the class problems that people have, the shallow content problems that people have, the lack of choice that people have, the more that you ignore these facets, the worse it's going to become. It's not going to get any better. You're not going to wake up one day as an employee of Blizzard and then just see that, oh, everything is... We didn't talk to them, we kept not talking to them, and now everything is absolutely fine. Whew! We knew if we held out for long enough, that would be the case. That is never going to happen. At all. And not only that, you gain so much respect from your community when you do tackle the tougher issues. When you do address these, and you address them face on. It's only avoidance that breeds further negativity. So, communicate. And I'm not talking about communicating with the yes men or women. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about communicating with the people that you feel safe with. I feel safe with this YouTube channel. I feel safe with this website or whatever, doing fluff pieces. You need to tackle the people who have arguments and agreements. And I'm not hinting that this is me. Blizzard will never talk to me. Look at people who have different voices about different things. But communication is the key. Communication is the only way that you will solve these issues. And communication is the only way to win back the community. It will show that you are prepared to step up. It will show that you are not going to shirk the bigger problems. It shows that you're wanting to change these problems. It shows that you're wanting to fix them. Not just address them, but address them, fix them. It shows such good faith that it buoys the community, it gets them back on your side, and it literally has them hanging on what you're going to say next. And then if they address people and say, right, this last 6 months, we've actually been concentrating on the open world. We've heard you about the open world and the shallowness of the content, the grindiness of the world quests. We looked at a system which we hope is going to revamp that, change that, give you more choices, give you more consequence. And people are going to be like, absolutely glued in to what you're saying. But communication is the key. And communication is the only thing that will solve things right now, Blizzard. So please, talk. Talk to your community. Address the big issues. Don't sidestep them. Step up to the plate. And I guarantee you, the community will be 100% behind you. Because the WoW community is phenomenal. I have firsthand experienced the love of the WoW community when I piss off for a year, wanting nothing to do with the game at all. Don't talk to me about WoW. Don't care. Never going to play it again. And then I hear about Classic. I have things I want to say. I make a video. I expect people to tell me to piss off. And all I get is love. That is the WoW community. Full to the brim of love and support. And they will get behind you 100% if you talk to them. So I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links, they're in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.